Reliable observation is the cornerstone of the scientific method. As Wikipedia states in its article on the scientific method involves careful observation coupled with rigorous skepticism, because cognitive assumptions can distort the interpretation of the observation. In short, the very bedrock of the scientific method is reliable observation. Yet we find that atheistic naturalism undermines reliable observation time and time again. Take, for instance, the many worlds interpretation (MOI) of quantum mechanics, developed by Hugh Everett, a staunch atheist. Everett was disturbed by the implication that the human mind played a unique role in quantum mechanics, a notion that clashed with his materialist beliefs. To reconcile this, he proposed the many worlds interpretation, which in essence sought to create a consistent model of quantum mechanics that preserved his atheistic materialism. Yet, this interpretation stirred up a hornet's nest of its own. As Philip Ball stated in his article titled, "Why the Many Worlds Interpretation Has Many Problems," MWI says that our unique experience as individuals is not simply a bit imperfect, a bit unreliable and fuzzy, but is a complete illusion. The MWI tells you not to trust empiricism at all. Rather than imposing the observer on the scene, it destroys any credible account of what an observer can possibly be. In short, in MWI, by inventing a veritable infinity of imaginary observers in parallel universes. Imaginary observers whose observations are to be considered just as real as yours. Your observation is rendered, for all intents and purposes, completely meaningless. Moreover, atheistic naturalism's multiverse cosmology, which was not derived from any observation, mind you, but was postulated simply to explain away the fine-tuning of our universe, also undermines reliable observation. As Dr. Bruce Gordon explains in his article titled Hawking's Irrational Argument, we find multiverse cosmologists debating the Boltzmann Brain problem. In the most reasonable models for a multiverse, it is immeasurably more likely that our consciousness is associated with a brain that has spontaneously fluctuated into existence in the quantum vacuum than it is that we have parents and exist in an orderly universe with a 13.7 billion year history. In short, under atheistic naturalism's multiverse cosmology, it is vastly more likely that you are a Boltzmann brain with false memories and unreliable observations of reality than it is that you are a real person with true memories and reliable observations of reality. Atheistic naturalism's undermining of reliable observation, the bedrock of the scientific method, doesn't stop there. Cognitive psychologist Donald Hoffman has, through numerous computer simulations of population genetics, proven that if Darwinian evolution were actually true, then all of our perceptions and/or observations of reality would be illusory. As Dr. Hoffman stated in an article titled The Evolutionary Argument Against Reality, according to evolution by natural selection, an organism that sees reality as it is will never be more fit than an organism of equal complexity that sees none of reality but is just tuned to fitness. Never. Although atheistic naturalism undermines reliable observation at every turn, it's not all doom and gloom. The most straightforward interpretation of quantum mechanics reassures us that our observations of reality are far more reliable than atheistic naturalism would have us believe. For instance, in a delayed choice experiment with atoms, it was found that it proves that measurement is everything. At the quantum level, reality does not exist if you are not looking at it. Likewise, in an experiment that violated Leggett's inequality, it is stated Leggett's inequality is violated, thus stressing the quantum mechanical assertion that reality does not exist when we're not observing it. So much for atheistic naturalism's claim that our observations are illusory.